as we get ready for test one, I thought I would give you a little bit of information about things to review for the test. So we have a list here. The first thing on the list, know what NCTM is and its major publications. NCTM is the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics, and hopefully you remember a presentation in one of the lectures on video about some of the publications. The College and Career Readiness Standards are the standards for the state of Mississippi. These are the K-12 standards that we are using right now. The second bullet, be able to do patterning problems and know the pattern for triangular numbers, the Fibonacci sequence, Pascal's triangle, arithmetic and geometric sequences. We've looked at patterning in one of the lessons. We talked about triangular numbers. You are also introduced to the Fibonacci sequence. Pascal's triangle is introduced in your textbook. And also know the difference between arithmetic and geometric sequences. With arithmetic sequences, you're adding the same quantity each time. For instance, the sequence 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on is arithmetic because we're adding 2 each time. With a geometric sequence, we multiply by the same quantity each time. So for instance, when you double something, so let's start with 3 and then double it to get 6, and then 12, and 24, 48. We're doubling each time, so we are creating a geometric sequence there. The next bullet, know how to determine if a given square is a magic square. Know the trick for creating a magic square from a known magic square. We've gone over this in class, so hopefully you've learned the trick and you know how to check to make sure that a square is actually a magic square. On the test, if you're asked to determine if a square is actually a magic square, I want you to be able to check all of the rows and columns and diagonals. Make sure that you show your work. The next bullet is about George Polya. Remember, he wrote the book, How to Solve It, and in that book, he outlined 4 steps for problem solving, which is the next bullet. Make sure you know those 4 steps. We also talked about the 8 standards for mathematical practice. Make sure you know those and understand those. Some of the techniques for problem solving here are next. Making an orderly list is one. Another technique for problem solving is eliminating possibilities. You've had problems that involved each of these types of problem solving strategies, as well as others. So make sure you review all of that. The first day you had to solve a cryptorhythm. You will have to solve a cryptorhythm on the test. In the last lesson in this unit, we talk about how to make a truth table. Make sure you understand all of the symbols, especially for and or. Make sure you know the symbol for negation. And then be able to construct a truth table based on a compound statement. And finally, we mentioned here the vocabulary words and what they mean. I will not ask you to write a formal definition of any of the vocabulary words, but you should have a working knowledge of them. Remember, you can find the vocabulary words in your lecture manual on each day. It would be a good idea to read back through those and make sure you understand what they mean and how to use them. On the test, you'll be asked to work problems. In many cases, I ask you to write your answer in a complete sentence. Make sure you do that. As you study, it's going to be a good idea to review your notes, look back at the problems that you've had to work, and turn in to me Make sure you also look at and review the problems that you've done in Pearson. All of the concepts are important that we've been working with. This is a quick summary of the information that you will be accountable for on the test that we have on Wednesday. Make sure to ask questions if you have any prior to the test. Make sure you study everything so that you're well prepared. Good luck.